Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of Conflicts. Today we'll be looking at another robotic vacuum. Actually, it's a robot vacuum slash mop. This year is the all-new Deebot X2 Omni by Ecovacs, a company that makes a variety of different robotics vacuums, but this year is their top-of-the-line model, which we'll be looking at today. Now, if you guys want to learn more about them, check out the link down below in the description, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to go and just quickly unbox this thing and see exactly what it comes with. Now, this here is actually a pretty darn big box, retailing about $1,500, making it one of the most expensive robotic vacuums we reviewed yet. But again, it does come with all the bells and whistles. So let's open it up. Alright, so this here is everything that we're working with. Overall, pretty nicely packaged. You got this pretty large unit that is actually marketed as being smaller, but I guess I haven't really seen the original Ecovacs one. But yes, this here is our unit. This will house our water, our dustbin, etc. And then this here is our robotic vacuum. Very interesting design. I haven't seen one with almost like a square edge, which kind of makes sense because, you know, technically when it does go in corners, every corner is essentially a sharp corner, which makes more sense about getting in the corners. But the other side of it is round, which is cool to see too, so it's kind of got both aspects of it. It does come with an extra spindle, so that's kind of nice too. You can go ahead and swap those out if necessary. Comes with a user manual and then of course a power cable. Now let's just go ahead and just kind of look at each individual unit itself. So looking at the robotic vacuum, again, very unique design. It does come in two different colors. Comes as a white as well as this like space gray kind of color. It does come off with the lid just like that. It's magnetically attaches. In here you'll actually kind of see a little bit more about the details. For instance, as we're kind of looking at it, we have the dust collecting bin here, so go ahead and lift that up. That'll kind of pop right out. Inside here will be our dust collection bin with a filter that you can technically swap out if necessary. But this will empty into this particular unit when it's ready. Now, it does have a dual laser navigation, allowing it to go ahead and detect. But in addition to that, it will also have this sensor that is like a bumper sensor, so just keep that in mind. As we kind of flip it over, we can actually take a look at the underside of this. So a few different things going on here. One thing to note, it does have the little brush area, so you just go ahead and take the brush, place that in there like that, and what that'll do is kind of throw the dust into this, which we'll pick up over here. Now, in terms of this particular rotational aspect, so just a rubber component that kind of spins about. There's really nothing preventing it from collecting hair, so just keep that in mind. I've seen other units that actually have a hair extractor, but yes, this will essentially kind of sweep up all the different dust based off of that, and then you just go ahead and lock it here. Just like that, and now that is that. And now it does come with an extra one, so it is nice that they do include that. And then you have your active dual suspension spring for the rotation of the wheels, so you can go ahead and go over bumps without any issues. Now, besides that, you do see you have six sensors. That's kind of neat. So these here, I believe, are edge sensors, so it doesn't fall off the stairs. And then you have your dual mop pads. Now you can see it kind of goes up and down. And the reason behind that is that when it does detect carpet, it will automatically raise it up so it doesn't touch the carpet with a wet mop. Now you can technically remove the mop pads just like this and clean it, but it does have the self-cleaning unit, which uses the heated water to essentially kill any bacteria that are on those mops, which will help prevent any kind of smell or anything like that going forward. So overall, pretty cool concept. Now this thing is voice activated as well, and then of course it has Bluetooth technology, so you can technically connect it via the app. You have your physical manual on and off button. You have your Wi-Fi connection as well, so it has different ways of connecting, which is great. And of course it does work via Amazon Alexa as well as Google Home, etc. And that is our robotic vacuum in a nutshell. Now, looking at the actual station, so this is kind of interesting to see. So looking on the bottom side here, you can actually see where it'll actually rinse and essentially scrub those specific mop pads, and then it'll kind of go in there and kind of park itself in there and kind of use it based off of that. If I push this button over here, this will open up this little door which will house our dust collecting bin. So what this does is you just go ahead and pull that out. There you go. go. Let's go ahead and take it out, and this will house our dust. Now it's designed for it to collect over a period of months, so that is kind of nice that they do have that. I like the fact that it's designed to be more or less maintenance free. That is a really good kicker of it. So you have like a big bag in there for the dust, and then of course you have your water tanks on the top, which is right over here. All right, so over here I'll give you a quick start guide on how to go ahead and set this up, as well as how to go ahead and clean it and things like that. Now over here on the top you have your two different bins, one housing your fresh clean water, and then the other which will be housing our dirty water. So as it does collect the dirty water when it cleans its brushes, you can go ahead and dump those out. So very standard. So compared to some of the other ones, I've seen robotic mops like this before, and it's quite identical, but I haven't seen the two and two together featuring both the robotic vacuum as well as the robotic mop. So more or less a really cool design concept. Now it does have its own app, which we'll be looking at in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and set this thing up next and try it out. All right, so we're finally set and ready to go. I went ahead and put it against the wall right over here. Now I have the app as well. Now connecting it was a quite simple process. It's a matter of just kind of finding it and then binding to it. Now this here's our main hub. So obviously if you have more than one specific vacuum, you can go ahead and switch between them just like that. Now, right now it shows it's at 100%. It has auto cleaning, a recharge function. You can enter video manager or start the control of your robot. Now, if you click on start the control of your robot, I'm going to show you what it exactly does. So the cool thing about this is once you first use it, which I've already done, it'll give you a nice looking schematic of the rooms. Now from here, if you kind of pinch into it, you can actually zoom in. This here being the 3D map allows you to go ahead and place different items to kind of match what the specific room looks like. Now, for instance, if I have like arcades there, I have a carpet there, I can tell it specifically to go ahead and clean this specific area. And that's actually kind of cool because it gives you the full customization of what you're trying to target. This is our 2D map, allowing us to go ahead and control it specifically the same exact way. You can select different things, like if I want to clean this carpet here, or if I want to just go ahead and clean this specific room over here, I can go ahead and pick and choose, even like this, the bathroom and stuff like that, kind of what I want to do. Now, as I kind of scroll down here, you can actually see the specific settings. So you have your general, which is your whole house cleaning, allowing you to go ahead and clean the whole room, or I can click on customize and clean a specific area. Not only that, under general here, I have vacuum only, mopping mode, or vacuum and mop mode. And then I can go ahead and control the specific vacuuming power that I'd like, as well as a water flow meter as well too. Now I can also do the number of times I wanted to clean the area, so I can do it once or twice, or I can even do a deep scrubbing, which is more of an intense S-curve manner rather than your typical straightforward. Now it also has scheduling. So scheduling is nice because you can technically create your own schedule in terms of when you want it to automate and clean on its own. So you don't really have to be at home or kind of going to the app in terms of telling it when to do so. And then you also have smart cleaning. So smart cleaning is like either continuous cleaning or do not disturb, auto boost functions. Depending on where it's at, it'll go ahead and adjust accordingly. So if it goes on the carpet, it'll automatically activate maximum vacuum power to make sure it sucks it up pretty well. And then if you go back here, you have your station settings. So you have your auto emptying frequency. So this will empty on its own. And then it'll have smart. So during carpet cleaning, suitable for homes with pets or multiple carpets, which will automatically actively empty the dustbin every time it goes back. Now it also has washing the mop pads as well. So every 15 minutes it'll come back and wash the mop pads, or you can do 10 minutes based on what you want to do, or wash based on the number of rooms. Now you have hot water washing, you have deep washing, and energy efficient. You can also choose not to wash the mop pads, which I do not recommend. And then the hot air drying time, as it does clean and kill the bacteria that are on those mop pads as well. All right, and I went ahead and start, and you can see it right now. What it's doing is it's washing the mop pads. So what's happening there is that it's actually cycling the water from up there into the bottom of the mop pads, and it's actually soaking them, as well as using heat to go ahead and disinfect them at the same time. So it's using hot water. As you actually are hearing it, you can actually see inside here, this here will house our dirty water, and this here will house our clean water. So it's kind of cycle the water into here, and then put it inside there. All right, there we are. So it's officially done. And now it's gonna go ahead and start. So right now it's currently locating its specific location on where it's at using its different sensors. Even on the map, you can see it moving in real time, which is kind of cool. And I can also see this in 3D. So you can actually see it moving in 3D. And then it even has a camera mode. So if I hit camera mode, there we are. So you can have a live feed of exactly what the robot is seeing in real time. So this is great. So you can technically patrol, you can do a voice call, you can hit return to station. There I am. And yeah, this is great. So you have your video recording settings. You have your HDR mode. So this will go ahead and give it a little bit more better resolution. Look at that. Wow. So that's actually a nice little extra feature, kind of showing exactly what this robot is seeing. Now right now it does know that it's on the carpet, as you can tell in the map. Surprisingly, it's actually a very sophisticated robot. I love the fact that it has the capability to go ahead and adjust itself based on where it needs. And obviously, based on the design of it, it does really get like the specific areas, especially in the small corners. Now you can see kind of where it already kind of mopped, right over there. And now that it's back on the floor, it should start mopping again, which it is. You can see right there as well. All right, so now that it kind of did the border, now it's going to do the inside. There we are. You can see it kind of scrubbing away. This is great, especially for floors, and I love the fact that, again, you know, it does it in a very nice, professional manner, like up and down, up and down. And surprisingly, it's not loud at all. I've reviewed a lot of robot vacuums before, and this one is actually very quiet, especially for something with a mop function. But yeah, the 2-in-1 definitely makes it really smart. And the fact that you can actually see the scrub marks, I can't tell if you guys can see it, but it's actually got like a nice looking wave to it. So it definitely is scrubbing the ground as it's doing it. It is. Look at that. Wow. Nice and shiny. Alright, so like on this corner here, you can see what's happening. You went ahead and lifted up the mop pads, so it's no longer using the mop pads, and it's only vacuuming at this point. So now let's just say if we were done, I can click on return to station.
Return to station.
So what this will do is once it goes back to the station, depending on your settings, it'll go ahead and empty out the dustbin. But look how fast it actually returns to the station. Usually these robot vacuums have a lot of hard time returning to the station, but this thing's actually very fast. Look at that. That is absolutely incredible. How quickly it went right back in.
Start charging.
All right, so we're gonna do a quick little test here and see if we can go ahead and collect this debris that I set out here. This here is a quick before and after. Let's go. right, well there you guys have it. Actually, you did a pretty good job. You can see it kind of scrubbing away. Look at that. That's so cool. So yeah, it's cleaning the area very well, making sure to pick up any debris, as you can already tell. And it does actually work on the spot in terms of where exactly it needs to focus on. Just like that. Look at that. Nice and clean. Sweet. All right, well there you guys have it. Overall, a really cool robotic vacuum. Definitely great for the buck. Has a lot of nice bells and whistles, and I love the fact that it's super smart and integrated in terms of being able to go over carpet and kind of knowing exactly where it's at. Now, I think this is great for rooms like this, especially if you have like a big basement with carpets. It's really easy to use. Now, it's got a lot of different other features, including obstacle avoidance, being able to go ahead and use it as surveillance. There's a lot of different things that you could do with it, so it definitely makes it a really good, smart piece. Now, with that said, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.